अभी काम करते हैं, we'll just do it to finish. हम लोग बाद में करते हैं.
We're coming back. With a resounding of claps, let us welcome filmmaker Mr. Madhur Bhandarkar and actor Ms. Tamannaah Bhatia, and this fireside chat will be with Ms. Bharati Pradhan, columnist and best-selling author. All is yours. Hello, hello. Yeah. So shall we start? Whenever they're good. Is this on? Yes. Ma'am, we are waiting and eager to listen to you. Bharti ma'am. Yes.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to another session of FICCI Frames 2022. I have with me two very unique personalities. On my right here is a Mumbaikar, but long before all languages were clubbed under Indian cinema, you know, it's been a fashion in the last 6 months. She has been an Indian actress. Trilingual Indian actress, True Blue. How do you introduce the gentleman here? Because usually when it's a filmmaker, you just talk about some of his popular work. But how do you introduce a brand? Brand Bhandarkar in person. Madhur, shall we start with you? And let's start with the brand. Usually brands are built, but you just became a brand.
Yeah, good evening everybody over here. And thank you FICCI Frames for inviting me and Tamannaah and Bharti ji, veteran journalist and film analyst and a friend. Thank you Bharti ji. It's always great to interact with you. I think my journey, everybody knows, started from Chandni Bar. And tomorrow it's going to be 21 years of Chandni Bar. So, yeah, absolutely. So I think it's been a great journey, and Chandni Bar to Bubbly Bouncer has been an absolutely great journey. I enjoyed this every moment of my life, my films, best performance of my actresses, actors, and all the technician, producers, and the people who contributed to my movie, the writers. Everybody has contributed to make me the brand Madhur Bhandarkar. And I'm really touched that life has really been a good journey for me, from getting commercial success to critical acclaim to the national award, till the government India bestowed me with Padam Shri. I think it's been a really, really a great journey. And I hope I keep making this kind of cinema to entertain my people, friends, and the larger people is my audience. Because of them, I'm here.
Now that you mentioned the national award, this is a question for both of you. I believe you're off to collect yet another national award.
Yeah.
Have you
Did-
lost count?
No. I think it's the fifth one.
Okay.
And
Only fifth.
Yeah. So that is for my movie Abhijatrik. And on 30th of September, I'll be getting this award. As a producer, I produced the film, Bengali film, which I'm very proud of. It was the concluding part of Satyajit Ray's last chapter. And brilliantly, it was shot. I believed in the script. When I have the director who directed, I had not seen any of his work. But he came to me in a hotel, in the lobby we met, and my producer got me, a friend of mine. He just narrated the idea to me. I loved it so much. I said, I'll back this film. And really that film got a lot of critical acclaim, not only in India and internationally, and the national award also. So I'm very happy, proud of Avijatrik, and thank you so much for everybody who has contributed to that film.
Tamannaah, have you seen Mr. Bhandarkar's work before? I mean, did you see his films before he came to you? Or is that a question I shouldn't be asking?
Good evening, everyone. Bharti ma'am, thank you for having us here. ये सवाल तो बहुत ही मतलब कैसे पूछ लिया आपने? मैं कहाँ छुपाऊँ अपना मुंह? इनकी फिल्म में कोई कैसे नहीं देख सकता? All his films actually, I think almost all his films I've always watched and always been a big fan. I've bumped into him many times when I was working in Hyderabad, and yeah, I think he started, if I'm not wrong, also his career in Hyderabad with Ramu sir.
Yeah.
And I, of course, वो मेरी कर्म भूमि है, तो that route always will be there. But yeah, the day I got called for Bubbly Bouncer, I knew that my life's going to change. I'm just happy that अब तक मैंने मुंबई से हूँ, पर मैंने साउथ में जाके तमिल तेलुगु बात करना सीखा. इस फिल्म में एक्ट करने के बाद हरियाणवी डायलेक्ट को अटेम्प्ट करने का मौका मिला, जो मेरे लिए बहुत ही नया था. और एक एक्टर का क्वेस्ट यही रहता है कि वो हर टाइम कुछ नया करे. लोगों को लगता है कि सिर्फ उनके एंटरटेनमेंट के लिए होता है, पर एक्चुअली एक एक्टर, एटलीस्ट जिस किस्म की एक्टर मैं हूँ, मैं बहुत आसानी से बोर हो जाती हूँ. तो मुझे अपने आप को एंटरटेन करने के लिए कुछ अतरंगी सा, कुछ नया सा करना पड़ता है. बट एक बहुत ही खूबसूरत दौर है मेरे करियर में. An actor always needs good filmmakers to tap the best out of them, and definitely lucked out with Bubbly Bouncer, and hoping कि ये मैं दौर जितना हो सके continue कर सकूँ.
Tamannaah, you've had a very interesting trajectory. You are born in Mumbai, you did a film in Hindi, and then you got a career in Telugu and Tamil cinema, after which you again came to Bombay and did a couple of Hindi films, which unfortunately didn't do too well, Hum Shakals and Himmatwala, which didn't do well. You again did films in the South, and now Bubbly Bounce. So with this, you've bounced back.
Actually, for me, it was interesting because after the 2-3 films that I did in Hindi, which did not do well, I had a film called Bahubali, which kind of changed, my trajectory completely. And I also realized my true potential through the part that I played in Bahubali, which was the part of Avantika. Also, women were really not presented in a physically strong way before that.
Yeah.
And this was primarily an action film, a war film to be precise. And in that, doing action actually gave me the insight that there's so much more to me that I haven't even tapped. And then I kept working, and now I've finally landed up with this amazing part, which is...
Finally, Tamannaah has arrived. Absolutely.
I think
Mane,
I've come
absolutely.
to FICCI frames, so
Yeah,
I think that's a good sign.
Fabulous. Madhur, you know your cinema is always associated with going very deep into a subject, sometimes in a dark way.
Yeah.
And Bubbly was a very different kind of film, because even though it's a female-oriented film, which you're famous for, you still took a very light-hearted, you just kept the tone.
Yeah.
So what decides the tone of a film? I mean, is it the subject? Is it your mood? How do you decide the tone of a film?
Any subject. I think I'll just recap it. In 2018, 2019, I had three subjects with me. One was an action film which wanted to make a larger than life action film, still there with me. There was one hard-hitting, women-centric cinema. Again, it was there. So the third script came to me. 2018 and 2019 it took me to write scripts. All these years, they said, Madhur, tum kahan ho? So it takes time to write script because I make film with a lot of research, meet people, interact, read a lot. And Bubbly Bouncer was the third film. So deliberately it was, I want to make a film very light-hearted, funny, humorous, because I wanted to have another film which is like Bubbly Bouncer with like a Rishikesh Mukherjee kind of a touch, which is very real in the world. And the world of Bouncer was very fascinating. Nobody has shown the world, the Bouncer. But it was definitely, like a lot of people I told, the Bubbly Bouncer could have been a very serious movie also, hard-hitting, like my Bhandarkar stamp. But I wanted to make it a very light film. I was quite successful making Dil To Bachcha Hai Ji. We did very well for me at the box office also. The songs were ahead. But here, I deliberately kept, because there were three films in my kitty. So I wanted one film which had humor and a fun film. That's how Bubbly Bouncer was written also. And then suddenly pandemic happened. 2019 ke khatam hote hote the pandemic came to everywhere globally we were in a pause mode. We didn't know what to do, where to go. People were telling us industry is getting shut, theaters are getting shut, pata nahi kya hoga. OTT was big boon that time. Everybody was watching that. And then again in that interim period, after the first lockdown, I made this movie India Lockdown, which is going to come in December release. So I made that movie also on the pandemic, the first pandemic, what would happen. And before I could go with my edit over there, the second pandemic came. And that was more volatile. And it really took a lot of toll of people we know, relatives, friends, so many people we lost in that whole turmoil. Then suddenly again, things started moving, the vaccine came. That time Disney Hotstar and Jungly Picture, they approached me, you have the subject Bubbly Bouncer, you want to make a film which is very family, which can be seen by every family member. So I said, definitely I have. And they told me, you shoot like a film, but we will make it to OTT. And I said, why not? It would be nice. And that's how we revisited it. And that what in this year, February we started. Me and Tamannaah met in October last. And then we had talks and we how to go, her assignments were there which she has to complete.